So yeah, this will be a Captain America 2 Winter Soldier review from start to finish, what the scenes were like to me and why I liked the movie. Now, all in all, if you like action-packed movies, you're gonna like this. 75% of the scenes are action-packed. And I will say what I don't like about the movie and what I did like the movie, which is what I did like the movie was very little, because I'm a Captain America 2 fan, and it's kind of like, ooh. So, what I disliked about the movie is, this is spoilers, kind of. Not really, but the Winter Soldier, since you would think the title of the movie is called The Winter Soldier, you would think he would have a little more screen time than he did in the movie. He didn't really explain himself that much. The flashbacks kind of gave me a little bit of, oh, he kind of did this, did that, and then got back. It kind of gave me that in my mind, but it didn't give me that much of an explanation for why he was gone in the first movie, if you watched it. And people would ask me, do you need to watch Captain America 1 to get Captain America 2? Yes, you do. Lots of the main plots are coming back into the Captain America 2, which is pretty good in my opinion. But back to the thing I dislike. He doesn't have as much screen time. He didn't explain himself, which really sucks since let's see, the character's been dead for a long time. Let's see, do we need to know if explanation? No, we don't need it. I'm not gonna hate on the movie, but it's just no explanation. It's not right for me. But so now back to I just don't like. There's so much good about this movie. They had a good plot. This as a Marvel movie could shape the whole entire, shake it. It could just shake this thing and it could just wiggle around, because it impacts the whole entire Marvel movies to come, that you wouldn't believe it even if you watched it. I didn't believe it. The first time I watched it, I looked at the computer, I was like, holy crap, I don't believe this. And I sat here and thought for a minute, and I thought again, and I thought again, and I thought again, and then when I thought about more, it all makes a little sense, but it's just, why? Why did they do that? The way that they did this is really, I don't think it would be stupid, but I'll give it, this is a spoiler, so if you want to, right now it's a spoiler, so if you want to rerun the review to next part, it's gonna take 2 minutes, 1 minute, maybe at the most. So since the shield is what impacts this movie the most. Shield's what brought the Avengers together once. And if they're gonna make an Age of Ultron, they probably need the shield to bring them together again. Because my perspective, most of the Avengers don't like other Avengers. Captain America doesn't like Tony Stark that much. Hulk doesn't really like Tony Stark really that much, and then Tony Stark doesn't really like Captain America that much. And everyone hates really Fury that much. None of them really like him that much, except maybe Black Widow, but she kind of works with S.H.I.E.L.D. And the characters that are in there were basically Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the Black Widow surprisingly, and Nick Fury. So main characters, you kind of get the plot going. You just kind of, it's a little rocky. I don't think it had enough explaining. It had a lot of those kind of short cutscenes, but the way I don't like it is because they kind of started right when they were going to the movie. They kind of had the scene where they were just running, and then they had the scene where there was the action scene, and it was just after that was another action scene. And I think it's just that the movie was laid out how it was. I would have thought it would have been a little bit better for if you wanted to explain the movie, you have to have at least some steady plot movement. But the way they put it out was pretty nice. It had action scenes. It wasn't too slow. So like Avatar, just 25 minutes to get to even one action scene in any part of the movie, which was really stupid of them because my brother actually fell asleep during the movie, which really sucks, I think, because he fell asleep. You don't fall asleep in movies. You don't fall asleep in movies. That's what I think. But I'm not going to talk about Avatar. I'm talking about Captain America 2. So, but it had a really good, it was kind of a fast plot. You kind of got the feel of it for a minute, and you kind of went to the next scene, and the next scene you got the feel. Each you got a little tiny feel of it, and that feel kind of added up to this feel, and then it kind of a little part of the story that, each scene kind of revolved, kind of get a little part of the story, and then another little part, and it's kind of like a jigsaw. You get a piece of the puzzle, and then a piece of the puzzle, and then once you put the puzzle together, you get the plot of the movie, which I thought was really good. Like, you don't know more, like, the last 4 or 3 scenes, you actually know the whole puzzle, but most of the movies just, like, pieces you put together by yourself. But the first time, you don't play this out in your mind. You don't try to put the pieces together. The first movie, you're just fascinated. You look, just, like, just straight in, like, enjoying the movie, and you're just watching the action scenes, watching the other scenes, like, just the steady scenes that are just the plot, giving you the plot. But the scene that I give you the most is probably the scene that gives you the most detail. Not the action scenes were great. It took a lot of money to make those action scenes, if I could tell. That was really good. So that the action scenes are the best you can get in a movie. But the plot, they got some explaining. I wish they would have given me a little bit more big of a chunk of the puzzle, like when they went to this bunker. But okay, I'm not gonna give you spoilers, but they just kind of. So it was kind of, you kind of got the jigs of it when you got to see, like, where you thought was going to come. And they give you big chunks. They give you 2 big chunks in the whole entire movie. They give you the most information, and once you get those 2 big chunks, you put them together, you get most of the puzzle. All you have to do is get the little tiny side puzzles to give the last information to tell you the whole entire puzzle. Which the whole entire puzzle is really fascinating. And how they did that and how they came up with that, I have no idea. I don't think it was the comic. I don't think it was, like, based off the comic. No, like, half of them, like, the Winter Soldier part was based off the comics. The other part of the movie, which was, like, the main plot, I'm not gonna tell you guys. I'll kind of give you the main plot. Was when they were the helicopters, the 3 ones that they had Project Insight, and basically like that. That's the main plot. It's not. I don't think it's from any comic or anything like anything. I think it's made off the top of the head, which was really fascinating how they made that storyline, which it really came into place after all that came through. You have to get the information put into place where it should be, and then you just know the whole entire story, which was really fascinating to me, which gave me a really good feel of the movie, which I thought, if you get a good feel of the movie, you probably like it, which I liked it. Then, the movie that it cost, I don't think it cost a lot of money to produce that movie. It made it almost not even enough money, like, it's not even, probably the best Marvel movie I've seen, because I'm not only a Captain America fan, but I'm gonna be a little on the Captain America's, like the Iron Man, because Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 were kind of like, I think I'm gonna throw up and gag. And the Iron Man 1 was okay. I kind of liked this first time. I thought it kind of got me bored in some places. That's the first Marvel movie I've ever seen. That's actually the first official Marvel movie I've ever seen. And I didn't really get the story. I never actually seen Iron Man. I've heard of him. I just don't know the story of him, which was kind of a little boring for me the first time. But second time I came around, I kind of got the movie. It was an okay movie. I don't mean about Iron Man fans. If you're a big time Iron Man fan, you like the movie, I don't really care. It's your choice. I have my opinion. You have your opinion. We have opposite. Everyone has their opposite opinions. And if you want to beat on me because, oh, Iron Man's so great, especially 3 and 2. Beat on me. I really don't care. The Iron Man movies were okay, but they weren't the greatest movies. Like, everyone loves Iron Man movies. It made the most money, but it's just it was kind of like a long story that was in a story. So it's kind of like a book. I thought it was like a book that was a story, and you had to get the story to get the book. So if you read the story first, you saw the book, you're just like, hell. So this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this is going too quickly, I don't know what's happening, why do we make this movie like this, but not, yeah, I'm a little ranting on, but, and then the Hulk movies were okay. I never watched the Hulk movie, actually, surprisingly. And the Thor movies, I don't mean to be mean to the Thor fans, but Thor is almost a second-class character. The movies were okay. I only watched the first one, and the second one, I heard the second one was a little bit better, but I never really got interested in Thor, because Thor was the most non-realistic character you could almost get in any movie. It was just kind of like, I thought it was just kind of like this big, giant fantasy, fairy book kind of movie. Made no sense. So yeah, this is my first movie review. I think it's a pretty good movie review. If you like this movie review, comment, rate, subscribe, and this is my channel, Nicholas Johnson. This is a really, I think it'll be okay to review, but if you guys like it, subscribe. I really care. Just please subscribe or like. Thank you very much, and this is Nicholas Johnson out.